Hello everyone and welcome to another Fantasy Grounds Unity video. In this video I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about the macro button bar here at the bottom of the Fantasy Grounds Unity interface. Now you'll see that there are numbers 1 through 12 and that translates to F1 through F12, and this is where you can store any kind of information that you would like to. You can store dice rolls down there and you can create attacks, you can take your class information, maps, any kind of images, items, tables, anything you want to put down there. And it's really nice, and it saves you a lot of time from having to open up character sheets or opening up adventure journals, etc. So I'm going to kind of go over what you can do for being a player and what you can do for being a game master as well. So the first thing I want to tell you is not only are there F1 through 12 here at the bottom, but if you hit the shift button, the control button, or the alt button, you'll get 12 more macros come up. And you can even go that much further and do any kind of combination between shift, control, and alt. So as you can see, if I hold down the shift button, it will show S1 through 12. If I hold down the control button, it shows C1 through C12 and A1 through A12 for the alt button. And you can also hold down any of these three buttons for more combinations of macro bars. So you can basically have up to, I believe it's 96 possible macros with the shift, control, and alt combinations. So if you're a game master and you're like me and you love to have a lot of images that are easily accessible, lots of loot tables, random encounter tables, then definitely take advantage of the macro bar. You know, I can't tell you how many times I am watching streams on Twitch and I just do not see the game masters take advantage of it. And they are just always going through all of the different sidebar buttons, trying to find tables, all kinds of information, etc. So yeah, definitely take care and utilize those macro bars down at the bottom. So we're going to say that I'm going to be a player and I want to have some class information. So we'll say that I'm going to be playing a fighter. I'll want to put my fighter information down there. The race that I'm going to be playing will be a Dragonborn, so I'll put that information down there. Maybe I also want to have an image of the Dragonborn. Maybe I want to have an image of the fighter that I'm going to be playing. And as you can see, you can just put as much information down here on the macro bar. You can even put backgrounds down here. You can basically put anything. And then, like I said, if you are, so that's what I would do if I was a player. I would load that up with all of your class stuff, etc. That way you have access to all that information without having to really fumble around on character sheets and everything else. So another good thing to do if you're, a game master or a dungeon master, then you would do the same thing with images. So I'll just go ahead and open up images, and we'll just say that these are maps. And we'll just kind of put some more down here. I'll have images, all that. And you can click on these. So you can click on the button itself down there, or you can just hit F6 and then it will pop up the same image. Now, if there is something that you do not want on your macro bar, you can right click on it and hit the skull and crossbones, and that will be the clear slot. So as you can see, it will clear slot number 7 for me. And you can also edit each box for text as well. So you can right click on this, click on the pencil logo, which is the edit label, and then you can hit the backspace button, and then I would just type in capital letters map, because it is a little bit harder to see the lettering down there at the bottom. So I believe that there's going to be an overhaul of the macro bar system in the future, and when there is, I'll do another video for you kind of explaining the new macro bar system. So back to being a DM. So I want to put some tables. I love the D&D 5e, all of the different loot tables that are in the Dungeon Master's Guide. So I want to put those, and we'll say that my primary macro bar F1 through 12 is already full. So we'll say that I'm going to put those on the alt macro bar. So I just want to open up my tables. Here's all of the tables that I have for all of my loaded modules. And I want to go down, and here is the DMG Chapter 7 treasure. And I don't see the loot tables there, so they must be on the next page. And there they are. So now all I am going to do is go ahead and hit the Alt button. And when you see I hit the Alt button, the old F1 through 12 macro bar disappears. And now all I need to do is just take all of these awesome loot tables and just start dragging and dropping them onto the new Alt F1 through 12 bar. And I love these tables, so I always have these tables available in all of my games that I run for D&D 5e. So you can just hold down the Alt button and you can click on any of these buttons and the table will pop up, and there is the G. And or you could just go ahead and hold down Alt and hit F8, and there is my magic item table H that appears. So it's really easy and very simple to utilize this macro bar, and I can't stress enough how important it is. It'll save you so much time just by loading up these macro bars. So there you go, everyone. That is everything you need to know about the macro bar, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do me a huge favor, give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also click that bell notification on the right hand side, and you will get notified every time that I make a video. So until next time, happy gaming and stay safe.